But did you know that until very recently you couldn't be an amateur boxer in England if you had facial hair? Well, that has just changed. From the 1st of June, Boxing England will remove the ban from its rulebook. Sikhs and Muslims have been among those campaigning for the change. Gethin Jenkins is the CEO of England Boxing.
I think it's a positive move because it means those who wish to grow a beard for whatever reason are now able to do so and not have to make a choice between growing a beard and participating in amateur boxing.
I've also been getting reaction from 20-year-old light welterweight Karam Singh from the West Midlands. He was unable to take part in official England boxing competitions because his beard was an important part of his Sikh faith.
I was over the moon because, I've waited a year and a half for this. I've put in a lot of effort, a lot of time. I've dedicated my life to boxing. I'm still doing a full-time education as well and working, but my priority is my boxing. The problems that I was having is, even though I was of ability and talent as well, which was noticed by many coaches as well, the problem that they were having was, how can they enter me for a competition when I won't even be able to compete? There were a couple of amateur clubs that turned me away, because they said, we're not going to make any money from putting you in fights, therefore there's no purpose of actually training you. It got to a point where I was actually thinking of just turning professional without any amateur experience, which is a dangerous move. But at the end of the day, for me, boxing keeps me disciplined. So I was going to make it work in any way possible. And, after a year and a half of campaigning, I managed to get through to the Sikh Press Association. And with Lions MMA help, they were able to get through. And now the ban has been lifted.
Do you think this is just a common sense decision from England Boxing today, and one that perhaps could have been made a few years ago? Because we've covered stories here on the BBC Asian Network going back to 2010 of boxers complaining that they couldn't compete because they've got a beard.
Yeah, the thing is, I actually had a look on the BBC Asian Network's news, and this is where I first found out that Sikhs couldn't actually box. So the thing is, whilst I was training actually with a couple of Muslim brothers as well in my local gym, and they were also unable to compete because they didn't want to infringe their religious rights and their faith. This law, yes, it is common sense, but unless there's someone to actually fight the case and say, this is wrong and this needs to be changed, it would never have been changed. By having this ban lifted, I can now get, my amateur career on the go, and it will lead me to a good amateur pedigree. So when I turn professional, I'll have a following, but also I've got experience behind me. In my amateur career, I'll be fighting at light welterweight, which is 64 kg. But when I turn professional, I'll be going up to welterweight. I don't want to spend too long in the amateurs because I'm getting older and older. And I do feel that my style is best suited to the professional ranks. Yeah.
Amir Khan's a welterweight. He could be around in a couple of years' time. He's still got a few years around. Is that a fight you might look to target in the future, depending on how things go? A big British Asian showdown?
Do you know what? You got to give respect to everybody, for all the communities who've done a lot of work. And, Amir Khan, people can say, have a positive or negative opinion of him. But, it's always something we look out for. But Errol Spence, he's the king of the welterweight division right now.
This